I've been here before. I'm SC. On some kind of dating show, find love or die trying. She helped me. I've got to find her. You're up early. Most people around here usually need a little more to wake them up. Chat. I remember now. I tried to escape this island with her. She pretended to be my lover. She betrayed me and shot me too. She's the reason why I'm trapped here. Only fragments I can remember. But I remember enough to know that she's bad news. We've done this song and dance before, over and over many times. More times than I can count by now. I've been in love with them. Chosen Allie, Scarlett, Terra, Violet, and Yui, each of them countless times. Am I a bad person? Come to think of it, I can't remember what happened before the show started either. I need to find Allie, but first for the problem at hand. If I want to get out of here, I can't let Cat know what I remember what's happened before. Who are you or where am I? Gotta play dumb. Sorry. Who are you? Will she bite? Walk with me. There's a lot to get you up to speed on. The name's Kat, the producer for a new show. Find love or die trying. And what's your name? I don't remember. Looks like it's the same beginning as usual. Learn about the killer dating shows, rules, meet the girls before the show starts. Yui, I don't remember meeting you before the show, but I'm glad I got to meet you again. If possible, not to feel happier when I see you smile. You'd think that the staff would have learned to cook better by now. There's so much more to you than the show world, Violet. Scarlett, you're still hiding that you're reading that magazine with another book. It brings a smile to my face every time. I think I know what happened to you now. Still have no idea what you got into, Terra. Killer dating show or not. I'd love to see the way you see the world. And finally, Allie. You never gave up on getting us out of here, even after all this time. Howdy, Issy. I hear you're the suitor. Care to join me for a jog? There's a place in the forest I'd love to go for a run around with you. It'd be my pleasure. We went for a jog, exchanging banter like we'd always done when we met each other. The second we got to the unrecorded area of the forest, her smile faded. I'm glad you got the hint, SC. You haven't given yourself away to anyone yet, right? Well, I haven't. As far as Kat knows, I don't remember anything as usual. Sweet! I knew I was right to help you first. Really, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. But I have to ask, how did you escape the tank in the first place? Honestly, I got lucky. Usually the tank knocks me out right away, but the last time I think something must have bugged out. I saw my chance and took it. Anything's better than being stuck here forever. I'm sorry I couldn't get all your memories back. Don't worry about it, Allie. All I could ask is for a fighting chance, and you gave that to me. Don't mention it. I mean, duh. Hands down the MVP. Anyway, it's about time I tell you the truth, SC. I'm from the Resistance. You can think of us as a covert group of concerned citizens who have a few bones to pick with the world's current management. And those bones are their necks. Joking aside, we are fighting a war here. That war will be won with information. Information that lives on this island and only here. There was no way that we could ever find this place, not by conventional means. But then we found out about the show. And so, they sent you here. Actually, I volunteered. Believe me, the others didn't want me to, but I knew I had to. I was the one with the least to lose. Allie. It was pretty easy getting in, all things considered. All I did was read a report that labeled me as suspicious of conspiring against the government. Take a few cute selfies and boom, I was flown here. Didn't cope too great since then, though. But that was when I was a lone wolf. I've got you now. We'll get out of here together. Sound good to you? Sounds like a plan. I haven't even told you the plan yet. But since you're so excited, let's get right to it. There's two things we need to do. One, we need to bring the other girls' memories back. We won't be able to get their trust or work with them till we do. We'll need their help for part 2. And what's that? 2, we need to get the fuck out of here. Sound about right? Easier said than done, though. It's gonna take a hell of a lot of setup and coordination. There's a small army of armed and trained staff tasked with keeping us here, not to mention us needing a way off the island. I'll figure it out as we go, but for now, how about you go on a date with Scarlett today? I can do that, but how does that relate to us getting out of here? I'd tell you if I thought you could be a better actor. Believe me, you'll know why later. Anyway, let's head back to the mansion. We don't want Kat to start looking for us. Sounds good to me. You're really something, you know. That's putting it lightly. See, there you are. Sorry, I got carried away exploring the island. I've got to be careful around Cat. I can't let her know that we know. I know exactly what she's capable of firsthand. She did kill us. Is that so? Well, it's no harm, but we'll have a whole week to explore, you know? You'll get 1 day with each of the girls for the first 5 days. A little something special for day 6. And then the final ceremony where you propose to one of the girls. That sounds like the perfect amount of time to figure out if we're meant together. You'd be surprised. Anyway, let's get the show on the road. Who do you want to spend today's day with? Scarlett. There's just something special about her, you know? I found Scarlett inside the library, the place I'd most often meet her for the first time. She always looked so happy when she was reading. Did the heart good to try to make her smile the same way when I talked with her. We became fast friends again. The similarity of our situations might have played a part in that. Still, I'm not sure why Allie insisted on me going on a date with Scarlett today. Sure, getting memories back would be a huge win, but... Hey, Scarlett, SC. I'm glad you're safe. Things are going crazy out there. What's happening? I know it sounds crazy, but there's a horde of zombies outside. Brothers 5 and a lot of our behind the scenes are helping crazy. And... Scarlett, you did this, didn't you? Wait, what? I've been here the whole time with SC? I couldn't have. Never heard of anything like this. Wait, what? I mean, it's true. I can vouch for it. We've both been in here since the date started. Well, either way, I bet you can create a cure for it, no? I mean, I probably could, but I'd need my equipment. I'm not sure why, but I can't find it anywhere. Follow me, you can use our lab. Oh. We followed Kat to the games room. Kat put her hand against the wall of the games room, revealing a hidden trap door. She walked in and beckoned for us to follow. We walked down spiraling stairs for who knows how long, and I lost track more than a few times. I remember this place. You should have everything you need in this room to make a cure. Just don't go snooping around. This lab belongs to R&D, and we could all get in trouble if you do. Actually, this place doesn't have everything I need. What else do you need? To build a cure, I'm going to need a sample of whatever this is. I need a live specimen. I'm sure you can help with that, SC. I've got some editing that needs my attention. You got this. And just like that, she was gone. Makes you feel better. I'll help you catch somebody. You sure? If you're the only one who can make a cure, then it might be better for you to stay back. No thanks. There's no way I'm letting you out there alone. I don't want you to think I'm weird, but I've got this feeling that I'd be pretty good at collecting unwilling zombie specimens. That is weird, but in this case, she's absolutely correct. The memories must be intact, even if they're kept below the surface. Well, let's get on with this. We went back up to the surface. Everywhere we looked was overrun by zombies. We wouldn't stand a chance against a group, so we spent the day trying to split them up, as well as searching for lone wolves. Brains, bananas. We're in luck, we finally got an isolated sample. How are we supposed to bring him in, though? One bite and we're finished. I've got just the thing. Scarlett pulled out a pair of brass knuckles. Where did you even get that? Isn't that really important right now? Mind looking the other way for a second? It's embarrassing. There's Scarlett. I turned around. Brains, bananas. I hope your health insurance covers this. Blech. Once more with feeling. Are we the bad guys? We dragged him back to the mansion, paying careful attention to not running more of the zombies running amok. Scarlett opened the hidden trapdoor in the games room and I pulled Ford's unconscious body in. Oh fuck. My hand slipped, causing Ford's body to tumble down the stairs. We just kept going and going. Oh god, I hope he didn't die. I know, I'll get him. Better get me quick or we're not gonna have a live specimen. Luckily I managed to catch him pretty easily. We put him up on the operating table for Scarlett to analyze. Interesting. What's up, Scarlett? This virus, it's pretty clear it's man-made. Oh god. Even more interesting is that it looks like something I would make. Not that I ever made zombie viruses, let's see. Yes, you have. It's kind of cute how you try to hide it. Cat, you there? Weird, I thought Cat was supposed to be able to hear us from anywhere on the island. Maybe there's no microphones all the way down here. I guess so. I was gonna tell her we got the cure now. Sweet, great work, Scarlett. You bet I did. We administered the cure to 4, then went back upstairs together. Cat, you there? What's up, Scarlett? I've been waiting hours for you guys. You done yet? We've got the cure now. We'll need your people's help to administer it. We'll be right on it. Lay low for now. We're coming to get you. In the meantime, SC, how about you tell me about yourself? Oh, it'd be my pleasure. With Cat's help, we managed to quell the zombie plague, with just enough time left in the day for a lovely dinner with Scarlett. After that, I went for a night walk with Allie to somewhere safe from prying eyes. You should buy a girl dinner first before you murder her in the woods, you know. I think I found the way to bring the other people's memories back. You found their lab, didn't you? Pretty much. Sweet, I wasn't sure how to get back there after the ship is out of there, so that's a huge win. So where is it? There's a secret trap door in the games room. You just have to press a hit button hidden in the wall. That said, how are we supposed to get in there without being seen? There's cameras everywhere, and Scarlett and I were only allowed to enter because of the whole pandemic. Don't you worry about that, I've got an inside man. 4's gonna help overriding a few cameras and microphones in the mansion with old recordings. 4? That way we can get in and stay inside long enough to get their memories back without raising any sort of fuss. The brother that we KO'd today down the stairs? What's that look for? I'm surprised he's still standing after today, to be honest. I wouldn't work with people who go down that easily. Is 4 always working with you? Nope, never till now. But we can't afford to refuse his help. I've had to prove he's trustworthy, don't worry, you can count on him. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, we have everything we need for the first part of the plan. Up for a trip down memory lane together? Sounds like a plan. You guys have to see this, trust me. Allie put her hand against the secret panel. A second later, a wall parted to reveal the winding staircase 4 became intimately and repeatedly familiar with. Did Allie prove 4's trust before or after his little trip on the stairs? Whoa, you guys found my secret spot already? I'm sorry, what? I found this place this morning. I sat near the top of the stairs and played for a while. It was more fun to play in the dark. Hold me back, SC. Allie explained the situation as we walked down the stairs. Sure enough, they were skeptical. Except for Scarlett. Okay, your story makes a little more sense when you come down here. We walked towards the machine, then a mixture of awe and fear. The markings on this machine, my father's company made these. Why? They didn't. Not my baby. I'm sorry, everyone. I wish what I had to say wasn't true, but it is. I don't know why we're being kept here, why they filmed the show over and over, but I know that if we don't escape and fast, they're gonna kill us sooner or later. SC and I are gonna do our very best to make sure all of us get out of here alive. But to do that, I need you to trust me. Trust you with what? I need you to trust me enough to step back into the tanks they kept you in. For us to escape, we need all of us to have our memories back, otherwise you won't trust us enough. You have to be quite foolish to just step into this tank because someone said so. Violet, you can trust her. Excuse me? I know she's telling the truth about this machine because I built this. Allie? This isn't the first time we've met, is it? No, it isn't. We've gotten to know each other quite a few times by now. It's a strange feeling. On one hand, this is horrible. On the other hand, I'm glad that the machine works. Maybe one day we'll put it to use the way it should be. Alright, I trust you. You just walk back into the machine? Thank you, Violet. I know it'd be difficult to trust me, so I appreciate it. There's a machine that should have your name on it. Go into that, and then SC and I will start the reversal process. I do hope this works. It should, but it might hurt a bit. Can you spare me from the details, please? Scarlett and Violet walked into the respective machines. I don't really get it, but I trust you, SC. Besides, I got a thing for big things made out of metal. They're like mecha. I guess? Huh. Is this going to hurt? Yes. I'm sorry. Don't be, SC. I'm happy you wouldn't lie to me. Makes me even more sure to trust you. Here we go, Yui. Let's do this. Alright, they're in their tanks. Do this, SC. On it. Even if it was necessary for all of us, their screams from the reversal process were almost more than I could take. Allie and I covered our ears as Violet, Scarlett, Yui, and Terra remembered years of memories in a matter of minutes. After doing all of this, we better be getting out of here. Violet, Scarlett, Yui, and Terra stepped out of their tanks after what it must have been felt like hours to them. Guys, you all okay? This probably isn't the time to mention it, but I made a bet with 4 about what would happen when they got their memories back. What did you bet? I'm gonna watch from a safer distance if you don't mind. Oh, they're all mad at me. If looks could kill, the girls that just gotten out of the tanks would have killed me several times over. They're randomly yelling and screaming. You 5-timing little cheater! Wait, I can explain. Too late, they were on me like hyenas. Now that we've all calmed down, how about we go over the escape plan? It better be good, Allie. For your sake, SC. Out with it then. Alright, listen up. Over the next hour, Allie explained her plan from start to finish. Trust me, it's the best we've got. If this is our plan, we're doomed. Congrats, SC, you made it today too. We really gave our audience a run for their money yesterday with Scarlett. And that's before we got the zombies involved, believe it or not. Well, I'm glad to hear that. You'll think you should choose Scarlett at the end of this? That's too early to say. I figure it's best to make things seem as certain as possible as not to get too focused on any one girl. Kat said that getting low ratings during the show could end up with them shutting it down early. If it happened this time, well, the game over. The only reason why we're able to make these moves right now is because Allie's machine glitched out. Who knows if that would ever happen again? There's no room for error. Too early right now, but she's definitely up there, Kat. I like the sound of that. But you know what I like even more? Drama. And what better way to start that fire than a full day date with another woman? Well, if it ain't broke. So who's it gonna be? Have you noticed there's only one room in the mansion that's locked? Nope, not even a bit. Really? It's right by the games room and it's not the hidden one. I don't understand why you've been stuck here all this time. I was snooping around at night looking for snacks when I saw Kat open it, using a black key that she kept on her keyring in her pocket. It's definitely a master key. I've seen her use the same key both in the mansion and as well as in other buildings. Seems like we're going to get her hands on that. Yeah, but she would know something was up, right? Pretty quickly. You can make a duplicate. If you give me that key for me and I can make a mold that would get us a duplicate. I'm betting that would be pretty helpful for helping us get out of here, to put it lightly. It's awesome, but wouldn't Kat notice a master key going missing? You're absolutely right, especially if you or I are trying to take it. There's only no but coming. But it won't be you or I taking it. What Thor's gonna do? Tomorrow I asked to take Yui on a date. Let me go get Yui. By the end of tonight you'll both understand why it has to be you two. I'd say sounds like a plan, but I have no idea what's going on. Okay. Trust me, SC, when have I ever been wrong? Look at us, every single date we've been on it as evidence. Those don't count. Yui. There's something about her, you know? We'll make it happen. It was the first day since getting all the girls' memories back, so we went for a walk out in the woods, the same date we had when we truly had met again for the first time. It was a little awkward at first, figuring out how to not give away what we already knew on camera, but we figured it out pretty quick. So nice to see you again, SC. I felt the same way, Yui. After all this time, it's gotta be fate, hasn't it? Oh, it must be. To be honest, I feel like little like things are going all over my head. This show, meeting you again, everything, it's just moving so fast. Sometimes I feel like everything is just moving too fast for me to keep up. But with you, everything feels alright. Like, I know it's gonna be okay. Would it be okay if we just spent today this way? She leaned in closer and put her arm around me. Wouldn't have it any other way, Yui. Wait a minute, what about getting the master key? Ah, I can tell from your face what you're thinking about. Don't worry, I've got that covered. Bun bun bun. Bun 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 darted out of a nearby bush and ran to Yui's side. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? He picked him up and hugged him tight. It was impossible not to smile. Almost forgot. Bun Bun Bun. Hunt. Bun 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 leapt out of her arms and dashed towards the mansion. And with that out of the way, how about we walk for a little while longer? What just happened? She reached for my hand and held it tight. I like that. We walked and talked for hours. When we took breaks, we laid next to each other on the grass, talking about anything and everything. He was a lovely girl. At times I remembered how dire the situation we were in, and I couldn't help but freeze up. But with Yui, I'm never afraid to face those fears. It makes me braver with just a smile. Even when she couldn't ask directly about what was on my mind, she found ways to comfort me despite that. And in turn, to make her smile made me feel lighter than air. A life with her would be wonderful. I've got to make sure to get us all out of here safe. See? Yeah? I love you, SC. I hope we can spend another day together just like this soon. I like that. Me too, Yui. We walked back to the mansion together, hand in hand, then went our separate ways. SC, you would not believe what happened to me today. What happened, Cat? I got attacked by some kind of forest monster. It was at least 10 feet tall, had monster teeth, and it was like 5 of them. It took everything I had not to laugh. Luckily, I managed to fight them off without any permanent injury. I'm sure that Ford deleted the footage. That shit was both embarrassing and traumatic. That's good to know. This is the worst run yet, man. What do you mean by that? Oh, nothing. I've just had a long day. I'll bet. You should get some rest while you have the chance. 5 forest beasts is nothing to sniff at. You're making fun of me, aren't you? Oh, not at all, Cat. Forest beasts affect 1 to 10 people. It could happen to you. Right. I'll see you later, SC. Good night, SC. Mission success! Can't believe that worked. When did you train your pet bunny to do all that? It's all thanks to our special training last night. I made a few contracts with a few devils from the forest, but... I'm sorry, what? I'm half kidding. Don't worry about it. Which half? Are the keys ready to use? Not yet, which sucks. It's going to take a little longer for the makeshift plaster to set. Where'd you get the plaster from, by the way? Believe me, knowing more about how we got it will not make you any happier as a person. I'm cool with not knowing. Anyway, the key will probably be usable by tomorrow morning, but you'll have to have your next date by then. We'll test them out as soon as this night tomorrow. Sound good? Sounds good to me. Awesome, let's go team! How about you let the rest of the girls know, I see. Force disabled the audio recordings in the house at night, so we should be good to talk back up there. I'll let them know. I'll walk back up the staircase back to the mansion. Where are they? Ah, I can hear some sounds from the kitchen. I'll make my way over. Hey Violet, how are you? Goodness, apologies, I see I didn't see you there. You seem pretty deep in thought. What's on your mind? Besides to say hundreds of different versions of memories of the same week, I'm worried for the people back home. Yui has her sisters to worry about, though she tries not to burden anyone with that feeling. Everyone has family out there, and who knows what happened to them in the last, well, however long we've been trapped here. I've never gotten along with my parents that well, but even so, they must be worried sick. I'm sure they're doing fine, Violet. They're going to be so happy to see you again. You're right, SC. There's no way you could know that for sure, could you? Well, I guess I couldn't, but we've got to believe, right? We've got to have faith in something. I suppose you're right once again, SC. When we finally skip this dreadful place, I'm going to hold him so tight. Kind of funny. What is it, Violet? I told you I had a twin sister, right? Yeah, you did. Her name was Viola? That would be her. She was always my parents' favorite. You know the type. She came first to just about everything, while I did not. Even so, we got along just fine. I was proud to call her my sister. Then there was the accident. She saw the car before I did. She moved to protect me before I could, and in the end, she was hit before I was, and she died for it. I'm so sorry about it. Before then, I had no problem being second place to her. But for her sake, just for that one time, I wish I'd come in first. I'm oversharing, aren't I? I apologize. It's okay, Violet. Just say what you're feeling. You're kind, SC. Something I adore about you, you know? After Viola died, I did my very best to live up to the standard she set for my parents. You can probably guess how well that went. I wasn't as good as running the business or appearing prim and proper, or even things like finding a partner. It's a little embarrassing, really. It's the whole reason I came here. My parents saw an ad for the show and thought it might help me. Perhaps they just wanted to kick me out of the house to make more room for my new baby brother. I couldn't resist the chance for them to support me for once. At times, I feel like I can't do anything right. Look at how this show's developed. It's like a nightmare in every regard. What? Yes? I held her in my arms tightly. You're an incredible woman, and believe me, there's nothing you can't do. I've seen you put the fear of God into the Brothers Five and make delicious meals that some people would probably kill for. Even if this is a nightmare, it's one where we're going to get out together, and we won't be able to do without you. You are too kind. Thank you for the... I appreciate it. But enough about me. Have you remembered anything about why you came here? Unfortunately, I haven't, but I'm hoping that the Master Kiwi Pilfer will help with that. I hope so, for your sake. In the event where it does not provide any answers, my previous offer about finding you help outside of here to get your memories back still stands. Thanks, Vald. I really appreciate that. It's the least I could do. I still fancy you quite a bit, you know. I know it's not the time or the place, but maybe when we get out of here, perhaps you'll join me for, say, a lovely cruise around what's left of the world? I'm looking forward to that day. As am I. We talked for a few moments longer before retiring for the night. They lay in bed not worrying about being killed. For once I was excited for what tomorrow will bring. It's only up from here. Let's see. Allie, what are you? Never mind that, you've got to come down to the lab. What is it? We found something and I know you'll want to see it. Oh god, what is it? I reached for my hand and pulled me as we ran. She reached for my hand. The other girls were already there, crowded around a table with a pile of folders on top of it. What's going on? I was just looking around the lab when I stumbled across these. There are files. I didn't read anyone's but my own, but I have to warn you, caution was the last thing on all of our minds. Most of us scrambled to find our own file, except for Yui, who was already holding her hand, Allie. Weird, there's no file for me. I double-checked, but there was nothing for me. Guess I'm not getting any answers today. Allie slowly walked to the pile, found her own, then opened it in one fluid motion. Interesting. What is it? Allie Major, sent to the island for being suspected for committing treason against the government. Selected for the experimental show for fitting the sporty girl archetype. We need one of those. Huh, good to know this whole getup was a good idea. Did you know I actually fucking hate sports? I've never seen Allie look so angry. Let's see, they got all this bank information I gave. That sounds about right. What is it? They've been taking extremely detailed notes on me for every single run of the show for the past 2 years. What I've done, things I've said, in private or with others. They've got notes down to how to when I brush my teeth. I react differently when they change the show or tell me different things, or we're nothing but lab rats to them. It's true, and it's my fault. What do you mean? If I hadn't invented this machine in the first place, none of this would have ever happened. You couldn't have known. You really wanted to help people, and that was a great thing. It's not your fault someone ended up using your invention like this. You say so, SC. My file says they wiped my memories and put me on the show to make sure that no one else could build this technology. I can't even begin to understand how there could even be a reason for causing all of this. I'm not sure we'd even want to understand the people who run this place. The room fell silent. I wanted to crack a joke to ease the tension, but it was impossible. Thank goodness. Wait, what? I'm surprised that you would say that, Yui, all things considered. Sorry, I know how that must have sounded. I'm sorry, guys. Mine's the same as Allie's. They've tracked, measured, and commented on so many things about us so many times it feels violating. But it's not all bad. Did I ever tell you why I came on this show, SC? Why is that? I forgot. I wasn't allowed to tell you. That was one of the conditions. To be completely transparent, the reason was money, and nothing but that. It was hard enough to take care of myself without my parents, let alone 2 sisters and a whole farm. I remember now, it was Kat who reached out to me. She told me that if I came onto the show, my sisters in the farm would be taken care of for life. I know this is all horrifying, but I'm just glad she held up her end of the deal. Even if I die here, I can see them again. God, that's too depressing to think about, Yui. We're gonna get out of here and you're gonna see your sisters again, together. Thanks, SC. I'd like that. I'm curious, Yui, what kind of archetype did they list you as? The girl next door. Damn it. Sounds a lot better than gaming gremlin. Yui, Scarlett, and Allie, and I laughed. Times like these, having a mood lifter like Terra around was critical. I looked at Violet, had been silent the whole time. She was trembling. Violet, are you? Please God, don't let this be true. I wonder if her parents put her on the show to get rid of her, essentially. You know, just like they knew the whole thing was going down. And they put her on the show to basically not have to deal with her ever again. Violet fell to her knees and sobbed with her hands against her face. I rushed to her side. Are you okay, Violet? Violet threw her folder against the 4 cards and the papers inside to scatter through the room. Nothing's okay, SC. It doesn't matter if I get out the island or not. I'm not like you. I have nothing to go back to. No one to stand by me. There's nothing for me either way. Violet, wait! She ran to the stairs. Her sobs echoed through the staircase and through the lab. I moved to follow her, but Yui stopped me. I think she might need some time alone, SC. I didn't mean to look, but after a paper scattered around the room, Maybe you should just read it. Yui handed me the papers that were in Violet's file. Violet Valentine is a special case. Otherwise unremarkable, but she's the daughter of Edgar and Vane Valentine, one of our primary investors. It is my understanding that they've recently had a son and want for him to be the next heir after Viola passed. Edgar and Vane sent their remaining daughter, Violet, to us, full well knowing what the show would entail. They paid us an incredible sum to make sure that she does not return from the show. And for me, this is way too cruel. It's too hard to keep reading. I closed the folder and I just stared open-mouthed at Yui. There were no words. My God. I knocked on Violet's door later that night, but it was no use. Please just leave me alone, SC. I'm here if you want to talk, Violet. Even if she opened the door, I would have no idea what I was supposed to say. What do you say to something like that? That's god-awful. What could anyone say? I was wrong. It's not only up from here. There's a long way down. The night is darkest just before the dawn. Probably a surprise, but I did not sleep well last night. Who could after what happened? And just like that, we're on to day 3. I gotta thank you, SC. You're making my job easy. I actually get to spend my nights doing productive things now. I'm happy to help with that, however that works. You alright? You don't seem to have your usual energy. Careful, let's see. One slip up with a cat and it's all over. I'm good. Thanks, cat. Just didn't sleep too well. Happens to the best of us. Anyway, it goes without saying that Yui's definitely a contender for the final ceremony. We'll see. I'm not so sure just yet. Oh, really? That's a surprise. Well, not my problem. Anyway, here's today's unlucky girl. So who should I be asking on a date tomorrow? Honestly, joking aside, I think you should ask Violet. Really, I don't think she's in any shape to put on a good show. I mean, we all need all of us to be able to work together well to get out of here, right? I don't think Violet would be able to until she's feeling better. And what better way to do that than for a date to make you feel special? That's a good point. I always make great points. Like seeing if I could arm wrestle one of the zombies Scarlett made. That went great. Oh, I remember that. Wait, I was a zombie. That was not a good idea at all. Can I take my vote back? What do you think, SC? I like the idea. You can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm sure there's something that we could do to help us escape that we could only do on a date with Violet. I got it. Tomorrow you'll be going on a date with Violet. Here's what you gotta do. Violet. I always wanted to spend more time with her, and there's no time like the present. We'll make it happen. I do have one small request, though. What's that? And will it give me ratings? I think it will. Let's hear it. I noticed Violet being a little down lately, so I wanted to cheer up. I heard that she really likes cooking, especially in groups. What would you mind if we cooked the stuff at noon? I don't see why not. Let's hope it goes better than last time. Oh, hi, I see. Why'd you bring me here? I'm in a bit of a predicament, you see. I may have made an irresponsible bet. I did not take you for a gambler. Well, I'm not, but the thing is, I heard the cooks bragging that they were the best chefs on the island. But hey, I've tried the food you made before. I know nobody else could come close to how good you are. So I may have challenged them all to a competition in your name. You are ridiculous, SC. Violet laughed out loud. There's the smile that I like so much. It was nice to see that again. Are you being serious? I'm dead serious. In a few hours, hundreds of staff are going to come here. Some of them as challenging cooks, some of them as judges, the rest of them looking for lunch. All of them are going to be very hungry. Think you're up for the challenge? I'm ready to crush the opposition. It will rue the day they challenge me. That's the Violet I like to see. Anyway, what is the theme of this contest? I can't tell you just yet. It'll be announced when it's cooking time. I do like a challenge. Would you care to stay with me as I prepare for the festivities? Of course. But thank you. I know why we're doing this, and I appreciate it. I'm not ready to talk about it just yet, but I feel happier already knowing you were looking out for me. I'm always going to be here for you. You know that. I for you as well, SC. We spent the time before the contest just talking about pleasant things, completely unrelated to the show, completely unrelated to anything of consequence. Sometimes when bad things happen, what you need most is just a semblance of normalcy. By the time noon rolled around, hundreds of staff members were filling up the kitchen. I don't want to face you, Violet, but I will if I must. Oh, you're challenging me? Like a snail challenging the mighty eagle, you have my respect. The two had changed sides. You're going down, Violet. We're the Brothers 5, the best chefs on the island. That too? What I meant to say is, wow, you're really the best chef on the island. That's right. Damn it, bros, you can't let her intimidate you like this. If we do, she's already won. Say something for her. We will meet at the culinary battlefield, Violet. You may have my brothers running for the hills, but not me and 5. Come at me. Let us brandish our forks against each other. Do you have anything to say? Wait, what's happening? I do hope you entertain me, brothers. Violet raised her hand towards them. Let's begin. Time for the cook-off to end all cook-offs. Each cook will cook their own version of a mystery dish, a dish that I will soon reveal for the first time ever. The judges will be everyone who's not a contestant. You must be joking, there's hundreds of people here. How could we feed everybody? Well, that's not my problem. And I definitely didn't come up with the rules for this tournament on the spot. Fire. I laughed once more. That was enough to keep this charade going. The mystery dish will be spaghetti and meatballs. Making candy from a baby. Not this again. Oh god, I think I'm gonna faint. One collapsed on the ground. One down, 4 to go. Bro. I knew we should have been accountants. Why are we fooling ourselves? We each have 1 hour. No late submissions will be accepted, but the games begin. Contestants that were still conscious rushed off to gather ingredients. How are they going to make that much food? 100 people in an hour? We'll figure something out. That's not our problem. I watched each of them cook furiously at breakneck speed. Violet was hard at work, sweat streaming down her face with the biggest smile I'd seen her have all day. I couldn't have a smile as well. At the same time, Ford was trying to cook his spaghetti with only a microwave. Not sure this will be too much of a contest. 1 minute left. Violet filled hundreds of laid-out bowls with spaghetti and meatballs in a matter of moments. He blinked and missed or finished a whole row. Each looked both delicious and artistic. You would have thought a cook would have spent much longer than an hour putting each of them together. I've settled on making about 4.5 bowls. I guess everyone has their own pace. Time's up. Time to judge. The crowd cheered as they stampeded to the laid-out bowls. They were practically salivating. After everybody wolfed down bowls from each of the contestants, they submitted their vote. People have spoken. With a resounding majority, our first ever winner of the Best Chef on the Island in the Middle of Nowhere award is Violet. The crowd cheered, myself included. I did it, me, I did it. Violet jumped up and down with joy. Felt like a kid in a candy store just from one look at her. You won fair and square. You should be proud of yourself. Yeah, your food was the best I'd ever had. Though if you consider our living standards, that doesn't mean too much. Hey, I just had an idea. What if we get Violet to cook for the staff at lunch instead of us? Seriously, it's been years since we've had real food. What's that supposed to mean? Honestly, I think it's a great idea. I know I hide it well, but I really have no idea what I'm doing in the kitchen. No way, bro. Violet and I took one look at each other and I couldn't help but laugh. I would love to, you guys. The crowd's enthusiasm reached a level of uproarious applause. Violet! Violet! Oh goodness, you're just all too kind. I put my arm around her and smiled. Guess you got a new job now, Violet. I guess I do. Violet leaned in to kiss me on the lips. Oh wow, for a moment time stood still, and the only thing you could hear was the crowd's cheer getting even louder. Violet! Violet! We laughed together. I had so much fun today, SC, thanks to you. Want to join me by the beach after we clean this place up? Sounds like a plan. I'll see you there then. Hey. She reached her hand out to mine and I held hers tight in return. Hey, Violet. You really gave them a great show today, you know. I couldn't have done that without my ever-so-charming television host. We walked along the beach, our feet bare in the inviting water of the ocean. Really, I'm so grateful to you, SC. Last night, finding out what my parents did, it was the lowest point I'd ever been to. I held her hand even tighter. Honestly, I didn't see a way out. Escaping the island or not, everything just seemed like a dead end. But today you helped me remember that even without them, I've still got me. And I like me quite a bit. You really are incredible, Violet. I like me too. This was all you. With you. Violet mumbled something under her breath. Sorry, what was that? Sorry, let me try again. I know I'd be fine on my own, but I'd like me better if I was with you. When we get out of here, I do hope you'll join me for that cruise. She kissed me again. It felt like magic. Violet, she put her finger against my lips. I know it's not quite time for this conversation just yet, but please do remember what I've said when this is all over. What if we walk just a little longer? I don't want this to end. I'll walk for you as long as you wanted to. You can walk till the sun comes up. We can talk about anything and everything. How about we start with planning our cruise together? That would be lovely. We walked together till the dead of night. It was nothing less than magical. Just after we came back, a huge storm hit outside and we just missed it. Hope you two enjoyed your day today. Sorry to interrupt, but it's time we got this show on the road. Now we took out the master key from her pocket, spun around with a ring with her finger, and then put it in the locked door. And we're in. She turned the lock, then pulled the door open. Well, the door's a little heavier than I thought it would be. Must be soundproof or something. Whatever, let's go. Oh, man, now than a staircase. This would have saved me so much money if they just put this on the main floor. But it wouldn't be very secret then, would it? Secret schmeekret, it's behind a locked door. I guess you have a point. Though there was another staircase, it wasn't nearly as long as the one to the lab. We'd been walking down the steps for only a few moments when we saw where they led. Control room? Has to be it. What's it? A while back, Kat told me they used all the information on this island was stored in books. They didn't use anything digital. Or with the internet. Yeah, I think I remember that too. Yeah, I do remember her mentioning that. Which I thought was really weird. Well, it's bullshit, okay? They're an evil corporation intent on world domination through fear and control. Of course they have the fucking internet. And I think we've just found a way into their closets, skeletons and all. Sounds like a pretty big deal. That's an understatement. This information in here could change the tide of the war. It could give the resistance a real fighting chance, I think. So, okay, they have all these staff and no one is in any of these rooms that they're going to. Like, no one's staff in the lab. No one's apparently in this room here, which looks very important. Where the hell is everybody? But there's more than that, too. What do you mean? My dad, mom, and my brother got taken by these guys a long time ago. I don't even know if they're still alive. I was too young to really understand what was happening. If there's anything that can help me find them again, or at least find out what's happened to them, it's in this computer. That's the real reason I came here. The whole reason I risk everything. What if it doesn't have what I'm looking for? What if... Allie. Yui ran to Allie's side and hugged her tightly. It's going to be okay. You believe in me, right? She took deep breaths. I'm sorry you had to see that. I'm a bit edgy. I'm okay. Thanks, Yui. I didn't do anything. Are you ready? Let's do this. I looked at Violet as Allie prepared to turn the computer on. She looked as concerned as I did, but we couldn't let it show. The screen lit up with a single message, password required. Well, I did think it was going a little too smoothly. I'm not giving up just yet, though. She tried a few different passwords on the keyboard, but none of them worked. Damn it. That only Damien or Kat know this, and there's no way we could just ask them. Silence fell upon the room. It can't end like this. It just can't. I've got an idea. It's not going to involve wrestling zombies again, is it? I have better ideas than that. What I mean to say is I think I have a way to crack the code. I'm a programmer. I can make something that could try all the possibilities for the password. It would take some time, especially if it locks me out after too many attempts, but eventually I'd get the password. Though there's no guarantee we get the answer before the show is over. Yeah, there's just no way. It's a lot better of a shot than I thought we had. Allie ran over to Terra and hugged her tightly. Thank you, Allie. Awesome little you. Thank you, Terra. You're the one who's actually making the program. This is nice. Feel free to compliment me more. Okay. In the meantime, the rest of us can try to figure out what the password would be as well. That reminds me, I need to tell you guys something important. What's that? I have our escape plan. I took out the master key and held it for us to see. There's a hidden hangar I found by the beach just a little further from where I found the first plane. Now that we have this key and we know how it works, we can use it to disable the hangar security, commandeer planes, and fly us the hell out of here. Practically jumped for joy. I can't believe it. We're almost out of here. Been a long time coming. Well, soon, but not yet. With the storm raging, there's no way we get anywhere tonight, at least I'll fall off the ground. But if there's clear skies tomorrow night, that's where we'll be. What about the computer? Don't you need to crack it before we go? Yeah, what about your family? Well, that'd be the ideal case. But honestly, I've gotten to know you guys and care about you guys, and I decided that it's more important to save the people I care about that are right in front of me than chase a pipe dream. No, I won't accept it. If I were in your shoes and I were looking for my sisters and I just gave up looking for them, I'd regret it forever, and I know you would too. I can't ask you guys to stay here any longer. We're in danger if we stay here. Huey speaks for us too. You have family that you really care about and that cares about you too. You can't give up on that. We're not going anywhere till we crack the code, even if it takes us to the last day. You guys... No, I can't allow it. I won't take that chance with your lives. I'm not backing down on this. We can't take the risk. It's a big risk. We need to take the chance. I'm gonna save the game here just in case. Need to take the chance, Allie. I think you need this. Alright guys, take a chill pill for a second. I'm a programming god, best of the best. I'm gonna have that code cracked by tomorrow, and that's a promise. So don't worry, okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much, really. Why are you thinking all of us? I'm the one who has to write the code and shit. We're in this together and we're getting out of here together. No one gets left behind. After we called it a night, I laid in bed, deep in thought. Who could have thought that I could have ended today feeling inspired after everything that's happened last night? We've got this. Let's see, one more thing before I turn in for the night. What's up, Terra? I got caught up in the heat of the moment earlier, and oh no. I got no idea. No, I don't like where this is going. How to do this, because I remember that all I know about hacking are videos of people typing really fast and saying, I'm in, and... practically flew out of bed. Thank God it was just a nightmare. Whew. What did it take to get a good night's sleep on a killer dating show? Come on.